Boom.
I need more money, I want money, baby. Been flying all my life, I'm trying to make it, baby. I'm tired of this life, I don't really, baby. So I'm always on the grind, they call me SLwMo, baby. More money, baby.
This is the first video. I've been sitting on this for a while. Should have been doing this, but no better time than right now. My name is David. I am the CEO, the designer, what do you want to call it? I make all my stuff. I'm the designer. I make all my stuff. Everything comes out of me. So, but everything that comes out of me gets pushed into my brand, which is called SLwMo. SLwMo, I started in 2016. I started SLwMo in 2016. Basically just off of like the common saying that people say of just like, what's going on? You like slow motion, and that just stuck with me. Just the meaning behind it. It was real cool. So I took it and I was like, okay, I just started saying it all the time. People started just like, yeah, we call you SLwMo. So I was just like, shit, let's run. So, so like I said, I used to do art all the time. I used to draw pictures like every single day of just like stuff that was going on in the climate of today, and just like things that was going on in my head. Like, so one day I used to just, like I said, upload all my stuff every day to like Instagram and stuff. And one day my people just told me, it was like, you need to monetize yourself. And that's when it just started clicking for me, like, yeah, you really do need to do something more than post these drawings on Instagram. Because at that time, like I said, I wasn't seeing nothing from it. So I was working security, and I used to just sit in this little like booth, like those little outside booths, probably like goddamn do like this and hit your elbows. But I'm sitting in that booth for like 8-9 hours a night, overnight, and just sitting in there bored. So I used to draw, do little things. Everybody had their own thing. But then, so one day I'm sitting in there, I had an old washcloth that I had probably from like, going to go play basketball, wiping my face and stuff. But had an old washcloth, and I basically already had the vision or the concept of how I wanted the patch to look, but I just didn't know how to make a patch. So, I went to Walmart. Matter of fact, no, my first fabrics that I had were like old t-shirts. I had a red t-shirt that I used to hoop in, and forgot where the blue came from. But so I made my first patch like that. Blue, green with red letters. Still got the hat. The patch isn't the same. Actually redid the patch to like update it because I got better as time went on. But so my first pieces were all like hand sewn. I was hand sewing on hoodies, and I just got like, I was loving what I was doing, but it was just like I got caught up in like people placing orders, and not never getting it, and I just got caught up in that. And then so from 2016, I was just learning, going through the ups and downs of just, pushing my brand myself and making stuff for myself, making stuff for people who was, wanted some stuff too. But it was like I was making all this stuff by hand, so the time and the money wasn't really like equaling out. So I just was like, all right, boom, I need to figure out how to get this stuff, mass produced. But I was making so many hats. Like, I got so many hats out there that I handmade. It's going to be crazy. Like, when I get to, like, a certain point and I look back and, those hats are going to be worth thousands of dollars. So, I'm not tripping off of the journey. I'm just saying, like, if I could go back, I don't know. I'm not going to say I probably wouldn't do the same thing. I just probably would charge a lot more for my hats. But yeah, so my primary thing that I used to do when I first started out was just hats. And people would be like, bro, you ain't got no shirt to go with it. You ain't got no, and I'm saying, like, nah, I ain't got nothing to go with it. Like, I don't know nothing about making a t-shirt. I didn't know anything about vinyl. I knew a little thing about screen printing, but I still don't know how to make a screen. I don't know too much about screen printing, but still don't. But yeah, so I just got burnt out and just like thrown off from people asking me for stuff that I knew I didn't know how to provide at the time. So I took a step back. I took a step back. I started working. I was driving for Lyft at the time. That took a lot of my time up because I was working from like 7 a.m. to like 2 in the morning. I was driving all day long, but I was making, what I considered, decent money at the time. So, yeah, so I'm just getting ready to have my daughter. And then once I had my daughter, I really took a step back from everything so I could just like, really just, I wouldn't even say I took a step back to focus on her. It was really just a step back on myself because I wasn't where I wanted to be and I was bringing a child into the world. So I was scared, if anything. So I was just like running from who I was, and it put me in a real bad place for a while. But about 2 years in, my daughter was like 2 years old, I bought myself a pair of shoes, and I'm just like, I never been the type to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get something to match this. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make something to match this, and it always was just like burning on me. So, but at the time I did have a shirt to go with the shoes. So I made myself a hat. I had posted it. This was probably like my first time posting on Instagram in probably like 2 years. Like, I went a long time without posting on Instagram. So posted the hat, and it just felt good. Just felt good to get the response. Even though the hat wasn't for sale, it was just, good to get a response from people like, hey, where you been? Stuff like that. So boom, we got What is SLwMo? How did I start? So right now we at like 2018, 2019. So around this time, I'm just getting back into like who I know myself to be. I'm figuring out, this is when I just started figuring out like the vinyl and getting into like, the cricket and stuff like that. So it was like way more possibilities just started opening up for me as far as like creative and things that I could do to like actually like make t-shirts, sweatpants, the quick things for your brand. But then you learn, on down the line, as long, as you go, people look at vinyl a certain way. People look at vinyl like, it's the lowest of the lowest of, I guess, quality, because they think that, it may chip or crack. Or me personally, never had any problems with any of that. So I don't know in my time. But like I said, it's only been 3 years. So, and that's from 2019. It's 2022 right now. But from 2020, like I said, I've been working and working. I finally quit my job. Well, actually, I got into an accident and my back was just killing me. And I just couldn't work. I was doing therapy. So I had a lot more free time to, just work on the brand. So I started just focusing more on the brand, making more hats. And then I kind of got burnt out on the hats because, like I said, it was taking up a lot of time. I was still, like, charging people, like, a little bit up, but they wasn't really, like, I missed my window as far as, like, hot. Because, like, I felt like I was, like, on the, heating up a little bit. But, even back then, when I look back, I'm like, damn, how was I, me personally, I'd be like, damn, I was really selling these drinks. Like, damn, that shit wasn't that good. Like, it was good. Not that the ideal how they look wasn't good. It was just like some of the stitching could have been better in my early stages, and I just, was so gung-ho on trying to sell things to people that I should have really just took a step back to look at what I was selling. But that was early on. Like, later on down the line, like, I still got hats right now that I made. Like, this is really, like, the first hat that I ever made right here. It's literally on the back of a Steelers hat. Like, I'm a Steelers fan. But SLwMo had to go on top of this one. But yeah, this is, how I always wanted my hats to look. The distressed with the fabric in the inside. That's me. That's me. Like I said, the cuts, the rips, the bleach. But then I was just like, and this is all hand sewn. All hand sewn. This is the first one. Like I said, I redid the patch a little bit. But when I still redid it, I used to wear this hat almost every single day. Then it came to this one. It been hanging up, so it's dirty. But, yeah, so as you can see, real clean. The stitching is still, this is later on when I knew what I was doing. I was, flexing on it. I was banging out colors like it was crazy. Then we come, to like a camo. And that's when I started doing like the distress marks on the side. And, the little still the fabric and inside, that's me. That's the SLwMo joint. It's always gonna have this, for my higher price hats. And I then, just had the cuts right here with the fabric and inside. Some of the hats don't have that, but they might have, the cuts right here. I got the stitching up here. Really my thing. I just brought this out to really show just the consistency of the stitching, and that's what I mean by just came a long way in my eyes as far as like what I used to do. So now, fast forward, I use an embroidery machine. Really don't use it as much because it's like I'm still figuring it out, and like I have a cheaper model, so it's like the jams and everything else is just like super annoying. And then it's like I have the patches, but then it's like I have to sew the patches onto the hats after the patches are made. So it's like it's extra work for me, and I'm not tripping off no work. All I'm saying is, like, I I gotta solder. I gotta make the patches, cut the patches out. Then I gotta, like I said, solder patches on. And if the patches don't look a certain way, which they haven't, that's why I'm like not really like, I'm still figuring it out. Like, I don't know if the backing of the patch got matched the first thread color, because I think my thread kind of like, you can go deep. The everything, every new avenue that you start out in, as soon as you feel like you step on a little rock and you feel like, oh, I'm climbing up the mountain, that little rock gonna fall down. You gonna look up and it's gonna be a humongous mountain of just different opportunities, or not even opportunities, just some different possibilities on how to get done what you want done. And the whole goal is to get to the top of the mountain. So don't worry about, the different things that people may be doing. If the same goal is to get to the top, don't worry about it. Just start going. So, like I said, that's what I started doing. Started going. Now fast forward to 2020, 2021, I dropped my first like real cut and sew, dealing with a vendor. I got 2 different vendors, one off Alibaba and the other one was through Instagram. But it was probably still could have been through Alibaba. All of them are the same. But like I said, got the cut and sew going. My first female sets, just little basic, biker shorts, Under Armour type shirts, SLwMo across the chest, different color. It was cool. I didn't like the quality of the logos. That was my first time dealing with Alibaba. Just really showed me you gotta be careful. For number one, playing with that Alibaba. I rarely use them now, just for small stuff, until I find my right vendor. Then the short sets I got in, they were pretty decent. The quality could have been better, but you get what you pay for. I paid about almost $1,900 for those sets, almost like $900. But they were decent, nice stripe on the side, the shirts to match. $900, now that I know what I know now, could have went a lot further dealing with the right vendor. But that was 2 years ago still. But I still got some of those sets. So that just lets you know, I ain't got a lot. The men's sets, all the, I probably got like 2 large and 1 extra large. The female sets, got probably a few female sets, just because I probably only ordered like 30 of those, 30, 40 of those. And, it's been a few years, so they pretty much gone. But, yeah, so I'm just going to keep going. 2021, I moved into my space, which I have now, and I really just set up shop. Boom, that's when I started cutting. I was making clothes, and it was slow. My designs, to me, were okay, but now that I know now, looking back, like I said, you always look back at yourself and be like, damn, I was slipping. I was just, it was okay, but nah. But it was okay. I mean, just say that for myself. It was okay. I wasn't really putting in a lot of work. But, like I said, now, 2022, I started cutting hair, focused on that, took a back seat to the clothes. I was still making clothes, always making clothes, still pushing the SLwMo brand. Yeah, really still pushing the brand, still pushing. That's when I decided to kind of rebrand or redo the SLwMo brand, which I was so locked in on my main logo, because I heard that, when you have a brand, you want to stick with the same logo. You don't want to switch it, and I can agree, that is a good point. You don't really want to switch your logo up too much as far as like when it comes down to, I guess, you want it to be recognizable. You want someone to look at a shirt and be like, oh yeah, that's a SLwMo shirt. Like Polo, they had the same logo, they just switched the color up. Supreme, same logo for the most part. I don't really know, but yeah, same box logo, across the board. But so I was stuck on that for a while. But then, like I said, I rebranded and I just said, F it. Like, if I like it, if I make it, I'm putting it out. And it really just opened up the door for like creativity for me. Like, now everything is a creative process. Every logo I make, every t-shirt, everything is like a vision. Like, if I have a vision of it, I'm doing it. And the visions be just popping. And every time I have a vision, like, I even got like little sticky notes around, just, damn, I don't want to rip it just to show y'all. I don't even know y'all like that yet. But, yeah, I got the sticky notes. I'll be writing on my desk. It's just like visions. As soon as I had a vision, I really tried, like I say, get it done, because with me moving how I move, if I don't put it down on paper or get it going, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna look past it, and then I'm gonna be sitting there like, oh dang, I should have made that. But that happens a lot, because like I said, it's only me. I wish I was like some Photoshop whiz, but I'm still like figuring that out as I go too. But all in all, I love what I do. I love making clothes. I love selling the clothes even more. My goal for SLwMo is to continue to push the message, for one. And the message is to just slow down and enjoy life. Because time is the one thing that we can't get back. Like, and people say that a lot, but it's something like that really doesn't hit home until like you don't have that time anymore. So, just slow down and enjoy life. If you want to do something, go ahead and do it. One of the slogans that I use, or one of the stories that I use to like help people understand the brand is remember the tortoise beats the hare. Just a classic story, childhood story, and like most people have read the story or watched the cartoon. So I just really use that a lot. Take a lot of influence from that. Pace yourself, another slogan that I use, just classic, straight to the point. Patience, grind, pray. Core principles behind SLwMo. So it used to be SLwMo PGP. I dropped the PGP just, for a more cleaner SLwMo. But yeah, it used to be SLwMo PGP, which would mean patience, grind, pray. And that takes us into 2022. I dropped my first SLwMo PGP collection. Like, this whole year was SLwMo 22. So I feel like every year is going to be just like renditions of like everything that I did the past year. So like SLwMo Pace Yourself. I did a Pace Yourself shirt this year. Next year, it's going to be the 23 version. It's crazy. The vision just popped up for that. Y'all probably already know what I'm thinking. LeBron James, not Michael Jordan. But yeah, so like I said, that's how I really do. I did that collection. And this year, I was just really experimenting, just doing whatever I wanted to do. I stopped caring about being in a box of like, you gotta be this or you gotta do that to like, be a brand. So once I got it out of that, I just felt a lot better with things. Yeah, so and, yeah, so SLwMo is the brand. I just told y'all everything about it. SLwMo PGP. Remember the tortoise beats the head. Pace yourself. Even a baby step is a major step. That takes me to like this year. I feel like I went crazy on like my t-shirts. Like I was just. All right, Leah, I'm doing something. You need to go upstairs and close the door. Don't come back down here. Find it. Close the door. Like I said, I really went crazy this year on the t-shirts. Made Patience shirt, Patience 22, up on the site. Go look at it. Basically broke it down with like what patience represents to just the basic sense. I used Devi Shalapucci, who is like a goddess. She represents patience. For grind, I really just took the inspiration from like what I used to do when I used to take pictures. I took a picture of like a row of abandoned houses. It was just like this random rows, just sitting on a step, and it just always stuck out to me. So every day I walk past it, one day I took a picture of it, but it always stuck out to me. So from there, I added that to my grind shirt because a new flower has, essentially in my mind, is grinding its way through the dirt and through the soil and through the cracks as well, just to get, through to that sunlight. So that's each and every one of us. We grind each and every day just to get up and grow so we can blossom and, to who we supposed to be. But yeah, the grind shirt was really hot. Had the baby steps on there. Just break down to even a baby step is a major step. Like I said in the beginning, when I was just referring to like the mountain and taking that first step on things that you want to do. Yeah, even baby step is a major step. So yeah, that's SLwMo. Didn't really do nothing too crazy. Like I ain't wish I could have lined myself up. Like I had to force myself to make this video. But it's only the first one. I'ma edit it. I'ma chop it up. And just gonna really drop more for y'all. I know I probably sound low on energy. I'm just really trying to think like right now as I'm, making this video for y'all. And that's not helping. But yeah, as far as like tips for starting a brand, I don't really have too many tips because I feel like in this era that we in, it's like it's so accessible. Information is so accessible for one, and two, it's like the factor of like, oh, he or she is only doing that because they, might have posted a video of them doing their highlighted moment, and it's like, yeah, it's my highlight moment. Like you didn't see me though first starting out, and I'm not telling nobody not to start out. What I'm just saying is be passionate. If you're going to do anything in your life, you have to be passionate about it. Like, or else you're not gonna stick with it. And you don't wanna, just be out here doing something just to be doing it. It's way more different hustles out here than selling clothes. So, yeah, and I don't really have no tips because people are like real, like people like anybody in the field that I'm in knows that people steal ideas, concepts. Like I've had people steal the whole concept of my brand. SLwMo is 101. I feel like if you can go on Instagram and type in your brand's name and like 10 other brands pop up, it's a common, ideal that you can't, really move on. But like I said, SLwMo has been trademarked since 2016. So it's really embedded. When I mean trademark, it's trademarked with the government and trademarked in blood. So I just really believe in my brand, really believe in the future of my brand because I got so many things I want to do and I'm really not even there yet. Like, when I mean I'm not there yet, I'm still making stuff in my basement. When I get to the point where I'm like the cut and sew and I find me a good vendor, which I'm praying for, I be ignoring y'all vendors on Instagram because y'all be like super deep in my DM and I don't even be knowing how y'all be finding me. I don't be using no hashtags, like hashtag clothing brand. I don't be doing none of that. So I don't know how y'all be finding me. But let me give one of y'all a shot. Y'all prices y'all gotta work with me though, man. Y'all be had this one dude talking crazy. He was talking about like $17 a pair of pants. Like, bro, $17 a pair of pants, then I still gotta get it shipped in. Hey, bro, I'm gonna have to pay. Like, what the world? Like, bro, I'm like, what you? Leave it alone. Got the pants for like $10. Exactly what I wanted. A $17 pair of pants guy was like, yeah, we can get it close, but they're not probably gonna be exactly what you want. So it's like, bro, if you're not gonna give me what I want, you overcharging me. What's the point of me messing with you? So, like I said, find you a good vendor, lock in with them. If you want to do it, be passionate about it. That's it. You really ain't gotta be passionate about it. You want to hustle, go out there and hustle. Just make some dope shit. Do what the fuck you want to do in your life. I can't tell you what to do, but I do know, like I said, not too many tips, not too many tricks. One thing I could say, I wouldn't have gave too much shit out for free. I wouldn't have gave too much shit out for a discount. I done gave so much dope stuff out and never got nothing from it, not even a picture. So it's like, I never do that again. Sometimes, I'm not gonna say never, because the opportunity might present itself with the right person. That's what it is. And you never really know who the right people is. Just be mindful. Don't be out here giving random free stuff. Like, nah, we don't do that. Nah. So, yeah, that's SLwMo. That's SLwMo. Hiccups is coming in. So I guess that's gonna be my first video. If it's anything that I might add, y'all might see me with a different hoodie on, because I'm gonna edit it. But that's pretty much it, man. Just, pace yourself. It's gonna be real cliche. We're ending this off, man. Remember the tortoise beats the hare. Just try to always have that in the back of your mind when you're dealing with situations where you feel like, your patience is being tested, or if you feel like other people are, where you want to be at, and you're not there. It's not your time yet. Just pace yourself. Your time is gonna come. You're gonna get there. like SLwMo is not about being slow to the money and yeah, nigga live a fast life and that's corny. Like it's corny. There's so many historic. I wouldn't even call these guys historic, but there's so many famous rappers or the same guys that y'all look up to that say lines like um, I don't know, but my brand is coming out the lips of these famous rappers, and it's like if only I could like get that meeting with these guys or just give them the breakdown of what the brand is. I don't know what that next step entails. I don't know if it entails me going back to my roots, which is making stuff by hand. I know that's what it is, but I just really want to like blow the hinges off of like. I don't have a goal for a store. Like my goal for a store is like when I'm like super big. Like my first store is gonna have my first store is gonna have white floors, the racks probably be real shiny silver or gold, big sign up on the front, SLwMo big. Probably like when I say big, I mean like 10, 12 feet, just across just crazy big across the front, just straight SLwMo. You know what I'm saying? Straight SLwMo, super big. Yeah, straight. So still gonna have the white floors, the racks gonna be silver or gold. It's gonna be a big SLwMo rug as soon as you walk in with the globe, the original globe. The front of the store is gonna have a big SLwMo sign in red. People walk in, you're gonna have to, straight to the back. It's gonna be the register with a big SLwMo globe on it. And on just the left is just gonna be the racks and racks and racks, and you're gonna have these little cubicles with the hats in the inside, bust down on the hats, and just gonna go from there. Like that's SLwMo. That's the store, and I don't really want my store until, like I said, I have a line around the block waiting for me to open up on my first day, like how like you have like back in the day like Supreme drops and stuff like that. So that is something that messes with me. I can't even lie, just because it's like the imposter syndrome is easy to creep in when you get on Instagram, and maybe it's just my algorithm, but all I see is like different designers and higher fashion stuff, and it's like I even said to myself like and I ask people this question like, what makes something designer? Like, what is the name designer? Like, what put something? Because I'm a designer. I have a designer brand. I'm a designer. That's designer. It's right now we like mid-fashion, I would say. I wouldn't even call myself low quality or low fashion because I don't use no low quality products. Everything I make, like I said, it's coming out of me, and I'm looking at it, I'm observing it. So it's like, it's on point. Like, I'm not selling nothing that's not on point. I'm not selling nothing that I don't wear myself. So it's like, and I done sold a lot of stuff. That's one thing I can say. I'm thankful for that. I'm super blessed. I need to get more organized on like just my books and how much stuff I actually am selling, and I'm just enjoying the journey right now. I just like to create and sell stuff, to be honest. Like, I really wish I had a team that could like take on the burden of the the ins and outs of running a business, because I can get the money in. I can get the money in now. I can get the money in now. We gonna get the money in now. I got the ideas. I got, and this isn't my only business. Like I said, I cut hair. I'm really good on cutting hair. If I say so myself, I say so like, I wish I had a barber like me when I was coming up. And I had probably 3 good barbers. 3 good barbers my whole life. And that's good. I wouldn't even count bro as a good barber, because bro was alright. It wasn't that good. But back in the day, I used to get dipped up, suited and booted, tooted and drooted. But I always say, I wish I had a barber like me coming up. I want to get into the different things, like, but right now, operating out of Baltimore, Maryland. I do plan on moving next year, relocating. Even saying right now, it's like a real like nervous feeling. But I just feel like it's something that I gotta do. Just get out of the city, man. Like, you get a lot of love where you in your city. You just gotta be in those positions to get that love. You can't be around, people who don't want to see you do good. So I can't never say it ain't no love in my city, but being out and just going out to, like, a bigger city with more opportunities. Like, it's not even about me anymore, it's about my kids, and I just want my kids to have a better opportunity than what I did. And to be living around those opportunities is way better than being 10 hours away, 8 hours away. So it's like, I want to take my family and the target, and right now that I'm saying is Georgia. Early on, I wanted to move to California. It's a real funny story with California. I'm gonna tell you that one day. I got a lot of funny stories, and a lot of just who I am, right, because of who I am right now. It's really been a wonderful journey. I love God. I believe in God. Always put God first in almost every decision that I make. I try to. I live with a real heavy conscience, real self-aware of, like, myself, those around me. So I put all that into myself. I carry a lot, but I just don't put it out because I mask it with work. Like, me working is the best stress fuel. Like, right now I feel good. Just talking right now. But I know I'm gonna have a lot to edit, so what I'm gonna do is just getting off this first video. I might upload this straight. I'm not even gonna lie. And then I'm gonna just, write down questions that I might want to ask myself, stories that I might want to tell y'all about. And then we just gonna get the ball rolling, man. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm like all the ways, like, I'm not. I'm a real introverted guy. I love my space. I love to just create. I love to have that quiet peace of mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. If you made it all the way this far, I just really thank you. Go ahead and, like, I guess subscribe if you want to subscribe. I guess right now you probably like, shit, one video, why would I subscribe to one? But trust me, I got a lot of just, good stories. Gonna be doing just, the brand drops through YouTube, reactions, just basic. I'm gonna be a YouTuber. So, yeah, give me a GoPro for my daily life on the vlog. Just giving y'all a different experience, or just living through my eyes. So, thank you. Like I said, you made it this far. I thank you. And that's pretty much it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember the Twitter speaks to head. Pace yourself.